Okay, thanks everyone for joining me tonight. My name is Whitney Jorns-Kunlens. I'm the Director of Graduate Student Services here at Lasell College Graduate and Professional Studies. As I mentioned, I am going to be wearing a headset because I would like to be able to give you the best audio quality possible. I'm also going to record this presentation and send it to you afterwards so that you will have it for your records. And if you have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to put it in the chat bar. And then at the end, we'll have an opportunity for you to ask more specific questions. As you'll see in the chat bar, you have the ability to make your question public if you think everyone would be interested. You can also make it private just to me, Whitney, if that would be more useful. But I realize that actually I'm not listed as Whitney. It's a trick. I may be listed as graduate admissions or host. So any of those ways, you can send me a private message or you can send a chat to everyone and then we'll all see it together. We're slated for an hour. It will not take an hour. We'll probably be talking for more like 35 minutes. But feel free to ask any questions and don't be shy. I'm here the whole time. Okay. So I'm also going to tell you when I share my screen, that is a protection for you and me to make sure that you see what I think you're seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the PowerPoint now so we can start looking at that together. So hopefully you're seeing a PowerPoint that says Lasell College. I'll have my chat bar open the whole time. If anything looks funny or if you have questions, certainly let me know. So if you all don't mind just taking a quick moment, I can see your names and I know a little bit about you, but you may not know about each other. So if you don't mind just quickly typing in the chat bar, whatever part of your name you want to share, where you're from, and the program that you will be starting this summer or even in the fall, depending on when you're planning to get started. Okay, great. So we've got the first one. Thank you, Lauren. I see that you're from Upton, that's Massachusetts, and you're an online MBA. Anybody else want to share? Nice. Danielle's in Boston, communications. Oh, great. I see we have Watertown, criminal justice, Atlanta, sport administration. Let's see. Oh, you're so fast. Boston is Mark with CJ. Rhonda, you're in Carlisle. Let's see, we've got Hudson is Brian. Great. This is a good variety of programs. Oh, that's great. And then is it Brenna? I hope I said that right, but you just graduated from Lasell. Congratulations. And now you're here for your master's. It's great. So lots of Boston. Actually, this is more heavily a Boston concentration than we usually see. It's usually probably about 60-40, but that's great. So those of you who are in the area, please stop by whenever you can. We're here every day, Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30 officially, and then admissions is here until 7 p.m. at night. And for those of you that are not local, like our Atlanta friend, we're here online all the time and we do lots of Skype sessions like this. So thanks, that gives me an idea of where you're from. So a little bit about our community. We have currently about 440 or so students enrolled in the graduate program, spanning across all of our different curriculums and offerings. 80% of you, or even more actually, are working professionals. So if you're currently going to school and then also working either part-time or full-time, you are in good company. You have lots of people in your classes that are going to be having very similar experiences and responsibilities. Our age range is vast. We're 22 to 67 with our current enrollment, which is great because you get a nice variety of experience levels. You have people coming directly out of their bachelor's degrees and people who have been in the industry for 40 plus years. So you get some really fantastic observations of content and classes. We have about 20 states represented and about 14% of our population is international. A few of those are in their home country studying, but for the most part, those international students are here in our hybrid programs, living in the Boston area. And one thing you all have in common is that you all have online components. Every single one of our classes has the Canvas platform, so you are all learning in an online classroom format. At least once a week, and then we do have some hybrid classes also that meet every other week on ground. So just to give you a quick idea of what the goals are for this session and the point of this session is that we want to make you familiar with the graduate studies programs and formats, identify some key offices and services that we have, and then help you ease into graduate student life. It is certainly different than bachelor's, and it's certainly different when you're doing it online as well. So hopefully this will give you some good tips and some ideas. So this is our office, this is our team. We're a smaller team, but we are completely dedicated only to graduate students. So that makes us able to really focus, which is ideal. People that you will certainly hear from, if you haven't already, are Adrian Franciozzi, our Assistant Vice President of Enrollment. Eric Turner is our Vice President, and you will definitely hear from him. That's me. Right below him, Whitney Kuhnlens. I'm also, in addition to the Director of Student Services, I do a lot of administration, but I also have a small advising caseload, so there's a chance that I might get to be your advisor. Then for our enrollment coaches, you've likely worked with one or many of these people: Candace, Mark, Amanda, Liz. And another academic advisor we have is Joanne Cardalacha. And then also Jody Malloy is our office coordinator. So you'll work with her mostly around graduation time or if you come and stop by our office. So we're all here Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 officially, though we work lots of other varying hours as well. If you know that you need to meet with us outside of that time because you're at work or unavailable, just make an appointment and we will absolutely make it work. And our doors are open until 7 p.m. every night for admissions purposes. So here are degree programs. You're already in one, so not of huge importance to you, but we have a good variety ranging from education, communication, criminal justice, lots of management degrees, human resources, marketing, project management, MBA, management. Then we also have a lot of health sciences degrees, such as rehabilitation science, sport management, which kind of falls into both categories. And then we just started an athletic training program, which is brand new this summer. We also have graduate certificates. And sometimes students ask if there are ways to pair a graduate certificate onto your master's degree. There are, so if that's something that you're interested in, you can talk to your advisor about that when you get a little deeper into your program. We're also just beginning to offer dual master's degrees as well, if you're feeling very ambitious and would like to do two. So you can keep that in mind, or you can just get your one master's degree. I've got the one, I'm very happy with it. So here's some more names that you're going to see, particularly as you get closer to the end of your program. These are the program coordinators. The title doesn't really give them the justice of what they are. These people are full-time faculty members who serve in an administrative capacity in their content areas. They're experts in their field. They've worked in the industry, they've worked in academia, and they serve as advisors, internship and capstone coordinators, and they advise our office on helping us with curriculum development, rotations for course offerings, and things like that. We work very closely with them, and you will too. So for communication, it's Janice Barrett. Criminal justice, Linda Bucci. Education is Liz Hartman. Management, Janet Hutman. Sport management, Dan Sargent. And rehab science, nutrition, and now also athletic training is Christiane Eason. So you'll see these names a lot, and they're great resources. So I know we talked a little briefly about the fact that all of our courses have an online component. We are officially a semester system, but it's really more like a quarter system here. So a full semester class would be considered a main class, typically a hybrid course that meets 1 week online, 1 week offline for a 15-week period. That's only true in the fall and the spring for the full semester courses. Then in the fall and the spring, we also offer our 8-week courses, which are more popular and common among our students because you get through a course a little more quickly. And those are online only. And that is a session 1 or session 2 class. So most of our students will take 1 or 2 session 1 classes, complete them, and then start 1 or 2 session 2 classes. And it allows you to work through class concentrating on that class at one time and then moving on to the next one. If you're really ambitious and you're planning on being a full-time student, many of our students will do a main hybrid if they're in the area, and then also a session 1 online, a session 2 online, and they'll finish 3 classes per semester. In the summer, we also offer only online classes 1 and 2, and they are just under 8 weeks. They're about 7 weeks long. It's a little bit shorter because of the 4th of July holiday, and that is starting today. So hopefully most of you have already logged into Canvas and seen what your class looks like. We also offer a 2-week winter intensive course, and you'll see those coming up and advertised in the next couple of months. That runs from the very beginning of January until about January 10th or 11th. I have those dates in a moment. And that is a very intense opportunity to take a 3-credit course quickly. If you have some time off work, it's a good opportunity. If you know your work schedule's not as busy, it's a good chance. But if you're fully engaged in a busy work environment, probably not something you want to take because you're taking 3 credits in about 10 days. Here's the academic schedule. Hopefully everyone can still see this. Summer, as you know, main classes started today. The add drop deadlines are really important for you to know. So if you want to get into that class, try it out, maybe it's not the right fit, you want to drop it, you need to do that by this Thursday, the 16th, in order to receive full tuition back. If you want to add a class, thinking you want to bring something else onto your schedule, that's also the same date. Now, if you decide a little later in the program you want to drop the course, we call that a withdrawal. That's still an option for you. What happens at that point is you begin slowly having more tuition liability as time goes on, and you'll have a W on your transcript. So if you think you want to drop it, have a conversation with me or your enrollment coach in the next 2 days. Otherwise, we hope you enjoy the class, and good luck. You'll see then the summer 2 session starts July 3rd. And then fall starts September 9th. And we're already talking about fall because you can already register for fall. And then that winter intensive date I was telling you about is January 2nd to January 13th. That's not open for registration yet. We'll let you know when it is. It will also tell you the course offerings, but it's something to keep in mind. Any questions so far? Please let me know. Just type it out in the chat bar. Okay, so this next slide should look familiar to you. This is probably what you received around the time that you were admitted. It's a welcome email to the university. This is a nice thing for you to kind of keep on hand throughout your program, mostly because it gives you your user ID, it gives you your password, your email, it gives you the barcode for the library. Even if you're fully online, you're still going to be accessing the library because it gives you access to scholarly databases that would otherwise be something you'd have to pay for, such as JSTOR. So you'll want to keep it handy. Of course, if you lose it, we will help you get that information, but it's just nice when you can do that on your own at any hour. It also gives you some instructions on how to register for classes and complete orientation, which I'll talk about. When we say orientation, we mean an online orientation that our office has created for you as a resource. It's not required, it's not graded, it's just meant to be there for you for additional help. So here's the to-do list that we recommend. The first thing would be to change your password. Just standard internet security. Get in there and change it to something you'll remember. Check and forward your Lasell email. It is amazing how many people don't check their Lasell email because it's something they're just not used to. But that's where we're sending all official emails to you, including class cancellations or a change in your schedule, a change of advisor, important things that are going on that we won't send to your personal email because FERPA requires that we email your Lasell email. So take a moment to go in and forward it to your preferred email account so that you are getting those emails to Gmail, for instance, and seeing things in a timely manner. Make sure you've registered for classes. If you haven't, if you need help, like I said, you've got till Thursday, let us know. View your academic plan. I'm actually going to show that to you in just a quick second here. The academic plan's a fantastic tool that will populate your curriculum for your program, and it'll show you when you're registered for a course, when you've completed a course, if you don't pass a course that you need to retake. It's a great tool, and we use it on the academic advising side as well as you get to use it on your end. ID and parking. If you're planning on coming to campus, come stop by Campus Safety. You will get a student ID for free, and you'll get a parking pass for, I think it's a low cost, I think it's $100 a year, but that gets you parking on campus at any time for the whole year, which is really convenient. You can pay your bills, always a good plan. You get your textbooks on Barnes & Noble. Go through the Canvas tutorial, which I'll show you in just a quick second. Canvas is the online classroom software that we use. And then that online orientation. Oops, I got excited and scanned to the next thing. So if you want to see this to-do list in its complete glory, it's here under the Professional and Graduate Studies New Student to-do list, and it's all these recommendations. So I'm going to hop in and quickly tell you about some of our online resources that you're going to be using on pretty much a daily basis. The first one being Lasell. That is our portal at Lasell, and that's where you're going to have access directly to your email, self-service, which is our registration tool, the graduate programs tab, which is the website that we maintain, course information, academic calendars, college announcements, and a lot more. So I'm going to switch over the screen now and show you what Lasell looks like. Okay. All right, so hopefully now you're not seeing a PowerPoint. Hopefully you're seeing Lasell. If any reason you're not, let me know. But this is Lasell. This is your landing page. You're going to be going here on a regular basis. So the top area you're going to see up here, academics. This is where you'll see academic calendar. The catalog, which serves as our student handbook, as well as the resource for curriculum. And then you'll also see graduate program tab here. That's the page that we maintain. You may not go there as frequently as I think you go there because I'm updating it. But this is a good place to go for some resources, including our graduate course rotation, which is a schedule of when the courses will be offered throughout the year. I just updated it this week, so it is up to date for the next full year. You'll also find summer course offerings, which we update on a regular basis. Fall course offerings, the same. And a bunch of really great tutorial videos in case after this time together is over, if you can't remember how to register for a course. Got a little YouTube video there, how to view your schedule, academic plan, how to drop a course. Some really good, quick little 45-second, minute-and-a-half videos to show you how to do those things. We'll also post things here from different programs. The communication program has a really great speaker series, and they like to upload their videos here. And then we do Login and Learns, where we give you some basic tutorials on APA, internships, things like that. And we've got some new ones coming up in the fall that we're pretty excited about that we'll be posting there. But back to the main Lasell page. The thing that you're really going to be looking at the most is on the quick links, and that's self-service. And let me just show you this one here. So self-service, when you log in, obviously it's logging in as myself. You'll log in as yourself. But you'll be able here to see things such as the Register tab, which is where you'll register for classes. This is also where you'll go to find your academic plan. And the academic plan is really a great tool. I don't have an academic plan because I'm not currently a student. Let me actually go and see if I can log in as a student so that you can see it. You'll have to bear with me for a quick second. Of course, it's going to have me. There we go. While I'm doing this, feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Try that one more time. Okay, it's not letting me in right now. I'm sorry, but I have a tutorial video that I can go back and show you. I've been told the volume doesn't really work when I do the webinar. Well, we can give it a shot and see, because I just want you to at least see the visual of what the academic plan looks like. And then you can go to yours at another time. I apologize if you can't really hear the volume when I do this, but you can just quickly see what the image looks like. This is how it'll look when you log in. You'll actually click on your curriculum, and this will be your academic plan. It shows you your program name, and it shows you how many classes that you have remaining. I'm going to pause this in case you can hear the volume and it's annoying. But you'll see these little hourglasses. An hourglass means currently in progress or you've registered. So as soon as you register for a course, you'll see an hourglass pop up. And all of these little magnifying glasses next to the classes, the nice thing about them is that you click on them and they're live. So they'll actually show you this course is being offered in the fall, or this course is being offered in the spring, which is helpful. And then, of course, if you, for some reason, do not pass a course or withdraw from a course, you'll get a little yellow triangle to say that you've got attention needed to a class. But these are up to date. They're a great tool, and I highly recommend them. Okay. I have a question. It says, is the Lasell email different from the Canvas inbox? Yes, it is. Thanks for bringing that up. So Lasell email is going to be your, Brian Johnson at lasell.edu. It's where you're going to get emails from us, our office, from any, financial aid, from the president's office, things like that. The Canvas, and I'm going to show that to you in just a second, Canvas is like your online learning portal. Any messages that you receive there is a direct message between you and your faculty member. It's a tool within that service, so it's not a Lasell email. You may receive Lasell emails from your faculty, but any communication taking place in the Canvas is a separate tool. So make sure that you're checking both areas, but the majority of faculty will actually be messaging you in your Lasell email. So that's a really good question. Thank you for asking that. All right, let me pop back to the slide show just for a second to see where we're at. So that's my Lasell. It's a good starting place at least. Oh, somebody else just asked a really good question too. Thank you. So you said, I just clicked on academic plan and it states there are no plans available. Yeah, so that is unfortunately one of the downfalls of being new. Sorry. Academic plans sometimes take a couple of days to populate after you've registered for classes. And occasionally they take longer because somebody somewhere didn't hit the create the academic plan button. So if you're not seeing it today, tomorrow, whenever, just send us an email, and I'll actually give you my email address, and then I will email the registrar and have it added. Once it's added, it should never fall off again, but if you ever do have a technical glitch, just email your academic advisor, who will actually be assigned on Friday or Monday. We just sat down and had that meeting today. So let me give this to you. That's me. Go ahead and just shoot me an email and just say that your academic plan isn't attached, and I will do that for you. Good questions. Thank you, guys. All right, so we already talked about academic advising, creating an academic plan. Advisors will be assigned between Friday and Monday, and then you'll be getting an automated email from the advisors introducing themselves. Quick obvious resources that are good for you to know is the Brennan Library. Whether you're physically here and you come and you check it out, or if you're online, there are lots of resources that you need there. One thing that is really nice is that we actually have graduate library liaisons, and they work with grad students. If you're in the Boston area, they actually hold hours over the weekends. So if you're in work or taking care of family, you can actually make an appointment to come and sit down with them to help with your scholarly research over the weekend, which is really great. Of course, you can do it during the week as well, but it's nice that they offer those times. Decided this change the slide today. As I mentioned, Canvas is the online portal where you'll be accessing your courses, and I wanted to kind of show you what it looks like if you haven't logged in yet. You're going to have, this is a copy right here of what my dashboard looks like. I'll have probably fewer classes than you do, but you'll have, your account information. Your dashboard is the home page, and that's where you're going to see all of your courses that you're registered for. So each of these little squares is actually a course, and I can go and log into mine and show you what it looks like. Calendar and inbox. And one of you asked the great question of, is this inbox here on Canvas the same as the Lasell email? And no, it's not. This is an inbox just for Canvas. You can message with faculty and I believe classmates as well here, but this is not official Lasell email. You got to make sure and check your Lasell email. And you'll see other resources here as well. So one of the classes that you'll see that you all are assigned to right now is the Graduate and Professional Studies Orientation. That's the orientation page that I maintain, and it's really just a resource. It will say things are graded. We don't grade you. It's just an opportunity to go back and find all of these links to videos and things like that to kind of help you, especially in your first semester getting acclimated. Okay, super important, IT, obviously. Things will go awry. If you need assistance, they are fantastic during the workday. You can pick up the phone and call them or send them an email, and they are very fast. If you need them outside of the 9 to 5, same phone number, you will be redirected to a third party. They're also very good. It's a little slower though. So if it's something at home and you need help, it's definitely worth that call or that email. But either way, you're going to definitely get an answer within a couple of hours, but that hotline is 24 hours a day. Another one to mention is the Academic Achievement Center. Again, it's really the best resource if you're here on campus because you can meet one-on-one with a live tutor for free in an unlimited number of sessions throughout your program. They do work with graduate students. What's really nice is that the tutors at the undergrad level are either undergrads or grad students. The tutors at the grad level are grad students, adjunct faculty, professional tutors. So you're meeting with people who are more advanced in the area to help you. They specialize in writing assistance and time management, things like that. They're really fantastic. And then also something you can try is tutor.com. It is a service that we pay for as a university so that you have access to online tutoring separate from Lasell, but paid for through Lasell. That is limited. I believe it's limited to 10 hours of contact a semester. I haven't had anyone yet overuse it, but those who do use it say it's very helpful. So you can log in through the dashboard on Canvas to tutor.com at any point in your career here. And I just quickly included this. I'm not sure if anyone's ever heard of Starfish before, perhaps at your undergraduate institution. Starfish is a student retention management system, and it's something that we are trying out at the graduate level. You will see it potentially as an automatic email. So I gave you an example of kind of what an email looks like. These are new for the summer. You will receive a flag if you are not logging into your online class at least once every 5 days, or if you've earned a grade below a passing graduate level grade, so that would be below a B minus. It's going to be a flag that literally just says something along the lines of, you have earned below a B minus, you should follow up with your instructor. The intent of this is to have a conversation with the instructor. It's not to be punitive, it's just to encourage dialogue. It's for both the student as well as the instructor. And your academic advisor is CC'd on those. Our faculty also have the ability to create manual flags if there are other concerns. At the graduate level, we're not really using it very much. They do very much at the undergrad level. But if you see something from Starfish, that's what it is. It's this flagging system. And just engage in a conversation and certainly let myself or your faculty member know if something seems off or annoying. Okay. I also want to mention career development. I actually just sat down with the director of career development yesterday, and we've got some really interesting programs coming online for the fall. But in general, career development is something that's heavily utilized by our undergraduates, not as much by our grad students. But you guys are here more than likely because you are hoping to receive a promotion, an advancement in title, or a new job altogether. So utilize them often and early. They can help with the basics of resume and cover letter building. They can help with salary negotiation, interviewing skills, and they can help with more too. So you'll be seeing some good options for online and in-person career development training sessions in the fall, but you don't even need to wait. You can reach out as soon as you like, and they can help you get started on these things. So this is kind of typically where I wrap up. If anyone has any other specific questions. The thing that we like to make sure and mention, I know I've already alluded to it a few times, is that graduate school is challenging. It is something that you are going to find that time management's a lot harder than it was at the bachelor's level. You probably have more commitments, you're probably working, you may have a family, and it's difficult. But those time management skills that you used as an undergraduate of setting appointments for yourself, reminders, alarms on your phone are very useful. Make sure you're checking in to your online classroom regularly and frequently. These classes go quickly. 8 weeks goes by very quickly, and making sure that you are constantly checking in and making sure you're turning things in on time is important. Also, meeting deadlines and keeping us informed as well. Sometimes faculty may not respond in a timely manner. We'd like to know that. If anyone's not responding to you in a manner that is quick enough for you to be able to make progress in your course or to be able to make an edit in time to submit, let us know. We're here for you. It doesn't have to just be because you need help with academic advising or academic planning. It can also be helping to have those conversations with faculty. Let's see, I see there's a question. It says, when I try to access scholarly sources through the library, it asks for a library card number or username. Where do you find that? Yes, so hopefully you received a welcome email, and I can quickly go back to that slide. Oh, one more. That looked something like this, the welcome letter. You probably received it soon after your admission, and on there you will see a library barcode. It's long. It's a big, long number that you'll never memorize. Also, if you have come to campus and received a Lasell ID, it's on the back of your Lasell ID. But that barcode is the number that will help you log in. The username is also your user ID. If for any reason those two items are not working, you can email the library directly, which I believe is just brennan@lasell.edu. But let me switch to the library page. Oh, I don't have their email address there. But yeah, contacting the library would be the next step, but those two passwords together should work and get you into those resources. Are there any other questions like that? Switching back to the end again. Okay. Devin, why don't you send me an email since it says you're still having some trouble with that? I did try that number and it did not work, and I will connect you to the library. So it's up there, right there, wkunlens@lasell.edu, and I will happily connect you. So this is obviously just a quick overview. We know that you don't have a lot of time, so we want to make sure that I'm not taking up more time than you need. If you have other specific questions or if there's any part of the website that you'd like me to show you now, I'm happy to. Those of you who feel like you got what you needed, thank you for joining. Send me an email if you have questions. Your academic advisors will be assigned in the next couple of days. Anybody who has specific questions or want me to show them something, just go ahead and type it in. And I see that someone else just commented that they also had the same problem logging into the library a couple weeks ago, and they gave them a generic number to access the site. That's interesting. I guess it worked, but hopefully that they would be able to make it specific to you. Thanks, Brian. Same to you. Anyone else, please let me know if you want me to look over anything, show you anything else. We look forward to working with you guys. Thank you.